Jay Pruitt back again to show you how to make brownies. Today we're going to make brownies that are soft, they're chewy, and they're fantastic. We want to start out with a half a cup of butter. 1 stick of butter is a half a cup. And what we want to do is we want to melt it down. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take this over to the microwave, melt it, and I'll be right back. Okay, we've got our butter melted down. To that, we're going to add our sugar. Our eggs, there's 2 eggs. And we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. We want to stir that all together. We added 1 cup of sugar, 2 eggs, and that teaspoon of vanilla, and we're just mixing that all together here just by stirring it in. The next thing we want to do is we want to add a 1/3 cup of cocoa powder. A half a cup of flour, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, and a half a teaspoon of salt. We want to beat this now, but we want to do it by hand. We don't want to use a mixer, and the reason is because if we beat it too much with a mixer, it's going to get air in it. What we want are chewy brownies. By getting too much air, incorporating air in will make them more cake-like. Now, if you like a cake brownie, feel free to use a mixer, but I prefer my brownies chewy. Okay, we wanted to stir just enough to get all of our ingredients incorporated and take out the lumps. It's a little lumpy, that's going to be okay. Didn't want to stir too much so that we don't put a lot of air into our mixture. I've set our oven at 350 degrees. Okay, I've mixed our batter. We've done it by hand so that we wouldn't incorporate a lot of air into the mixture. Now we're going to take our batter, we're going to pour it into an 8 by 11 inch greased bake pan. I'm just using a little spray. That's how I grease my baking pan. Any kind of a vegetable non-stick cooking spray will do. I'm going to place our pan right in front of me here and just pour this brownie batter in. Like to try to get it all out. Make sure it covers the pan evenly. I'm going to give it a little taste and see how it tastes so far. That's wonderful. That tastes great. I'm going to take our pan, place it in our baking sheet, and bake it in our oven for about 20 minutes. You don't want to over bake these. We want them to be nice, soft, and chewy. Baking time will vary depending on your oven. We're going to come back here in just a little bit and take these babies out of the oven. Okay, our brownies are done, and what we want to do now is make a frosting to go over top of the brownies, and then we're going to cut them and we'll be ready to eat them. I'm going to get the brownies out of the oven. Now bear in mind, my oven is cooled down just a little bit, so when I bring the brownies out, I'm just going to bring them out with my hands, but always use oven mitts or protection so that you don't burn yourself. We're just going to take the brownies out. I'm going to let them sit up on top of the stove here to cool down. But while they're still warm, we want to frost them. So we're going to make a nice, simple chocolate frosting to go over top of them. We have 1 cup of confectioner's sugar, 1 tablespoon of honey, 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 3 tablespoons of softened butter, a teaspoon of vanilla, and we're going to mix that up until this frosting is smooth. To get our frosting to come together a little bit, I've added about a 1/4 cup milk. Because I've added the milk, I wanted to use a mixer to get it really smooth. Okay, we've mixed it up nice and smooth and it's ready to put on our brownies. Okay, while our brownies are still warm, they've cooled down just a bit, we can put our frosting on. I'm just going to take this spatula and just put the frosting right on top. Oh, that looks nice. We don't need it too thick. We just want to get in every corner with this creamy frosting. Okay, we've got our frosting spread evenly over our brownies. It tastes great. I've chopped up some mint chocolate pieces to go over top. We're just going to spread those evenly over top of our brownie. There we go. We have our brownies finished. Here in just a moment, I'm going to cut them and we're going to find out how they taste. Now, my pan came with one of these nifty little gadgets here. I can use it to cut my brownies. Let's place it in the pan and I press down and my brownies are cut just like that. There we go. The brownies are out. They look fantastic. Let's see how they taste. Chewy, chocolatey, minty, delicious. Hope you've enjoyed watching Appreciate Taste. I'm Jay Pruitt. Visit us at www.appreciatetaste.com. Like us on Facebook. And until next time, remember, make it with love.